Did you know that every day is like a blank canvas offered to you by time? Yet, as you live your life, time loves to set little traps. Traps that, if you're not careful, can turn into barriers. A bad habit here, a distraction there, and suddenly it's December of next year. And you're wondering, what did I even do with 2025? But what if I told you there's a way to take control and make 2025 the year everything changes? Today, I'm bringing you a roadmap, practical wisdom inspired by the great Stoics like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca, that will help you not just survive the coming year but master it. Stay with me until the end, because this video won't just make you reflect. It'll arm you with tools to turn every obstacle into a stepping stone for success. But first, let me share a story that perfectly illustrates the power of these lessons. Let's begin. It was a cold January morning in 2025. Emma sat at her kitchen table, sipping her coffee and staring out the window. The world was waking up, but she felt stuck. Another year had passed, and nothing had changed. She had made resolutions in 2024, exercise more, save money, finally start her side business. But as the months slipped by, life got in the way, as it always did. Scrolling through her phone, Emma came across a quote she had saved months ago. "Waste no more time arguing about what a good person should be one." The words were by Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and one of the most well-known Stoic philosophers. The quote struck a nerve. Emma had spent so much time planning for the future, worrying about what others thought of her, and chasing goals she wasn't even sure she wanted. She realized she had been living on autopilot, reacting to life rather than leading it. That afternoon, she decided to dig deeper. She searched for Stoic teachings online and found something that resonated: the idea of focusing on what you can control and letting go of what you can't. Emma decided to test this philosophy. She started small, like the Stoics recommended. When her boss sent her an email criticizing her work, she paused. Instead of spiraling into frustration, she asked herself, "Can I control how my boss feels? No. Can I control how I respond? Yes." She calmly addressed the feedback and used it as an opportunity to improve. When her gym routine felt impossible to keep up with, she stopped beating herself up and simplified it. "I can't control how busy my week is," she thought, "but I can commit to 10 minutes of movement a day." And when she scrolled through social media and felt the familiar pang of comparison, she reminded herself, "Their success is theirs. My journey is mine." As weeks turned into months, Emma started noticing changes, not just in her productivity, but in her sense of peace. By focusing on her actions and responses, she felt less weighed down by stress and more in control of her life. By mid-year, she had finally launched her side business. It wasn't perfect, but she approached it with the Stoic mindset. Take consistent steps, focus on effort, and let go of the outcome. Even when life threw unexpected challenges her way, a car breakdown, a cancelled project, she found herself repeating the mantra, "What's within my control?" At the end of 2025, Emma sat at the same kitchen table. This time, she wasn't staring blankly out the window. She was writing in her journal, reflecting on a year that had finally felt different. It wasn't perfect, it didn't need to be. For the first time, she felt like she was living intentionally, not just surviving. The lesson she had learned from Stoicism was simple, but powerful. Life will never be free of chaos, but you can always control how you navigate it. And that's all you need to make any year, 2025 included, the best year of your life. Emma's story is a reminder that change doesn't happen overnight. It happens through small, intentional shifts in how you think and act. Now, it's your turn. Are you ready to make 2025 the year you stop reacting and start leading? Let's explore the Stoic lessons that will help you do just that. 1. Fear of risk shouldn't paralyze you. Imagine this. You're standing at the edge of a cliff, staring at the other side where your dreams and aspirations live. The distance seems vast, and the drop below is intimidating. Fear tightens its grip. What if I fail? What if I fall? The uncertainty paralyzes you, leaving you frozen in place. You convince yourself it's safer to stay where you are, even if that place is filled with mediocrity or misery. But let me ask you something. Is it really safer? Is avoiding risks truly less dangerous than taking them? The Stoics teach us that the fear of failure often causes more harm than failure itself. Staying stagnant in a life that doesn't fulfill you is a slow and silent risk, a guaranteed path to regret. On the other hand, taking a risk can lead to growth, transformation, and success. Even if you don't succeed immediately, every risk teaches you something valuable, something that helps you improve and move closer to your goals. One of the most powerful Stoic tools to combat fear is negative visualization. Picture the worst-case scenario. What happens if you fail? You might lose money, time, or even face temporary embarrassment. But, more often than not, the consequences aren't as catastrophic as our minds make them out to be. Fear is an exaggerator, a master of worst-case scenarios that rarely play out in reality. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that, if it is endurable, then endure it. Stop complaining. Most failures are endurable, and more importantly, they're temporary. You can recover, you can learn, you can start again. What's not recoverable is a life spent wondering what if. Risk isn't about recklessness. It's about choosing to act in alignment with your purpose and values despite uncertainty. The Stoics emphasized focusing on what is within your control. You can't control the outcome of a risk, but you can control your preparation, your mindset, and your effort. You can approach the challenge with reason and courage, trusting that whatever happens, you have the tools to face it. Think about the risks you've already taken. Remember your first job interview, your first relationship, or the first time you tried something completely new. Those moments likely felt terrifying at the time, but they shaped who you are today. They taught you resilience, courage, and the ability to adapt. The greatest danger isn't taking risks. It's staying in a place where you don't grow. At the end of your life, you'll regret the opportunities you didn't seize far more than the ones that didn't go as planned. So, take the leap. Embrace the fear. Transform it into fuel. Life rewards those who dare to move forward, even when the outcome is uncertain. 2. Pursue meaning, not just happiness. Picture this. You've just achieved a goal you've worked tirelessly for. Maybe it's landing a high-paying job, buying a new car, or finally going on that dream vacation. In the moment, you're ecstatic. But weeks, or even days later, the excitement fades. You start asking yourself, now what? Happiness, as most of us understand it, is fleeting. It's the dopamine rush of achieving something new or enjoying a moment of pleasure. But chasing happiness as your primary goal often leads to an endless cycle of dissatisfaction. You hit one milestone, feel the high, and then immediately start looking for the next thing to fill the void. It's like drinking salt water to quench your thirst. You're never truly satisfied. The Stoics understood that life is about more than just pleasure or fleeting happiness. They believed that meaning, rooted in purpose, virtue, and contribution, leads to a deeper and more enduring sense of fulfillment. When your actions align with your core values, you tap into a type of joy that isn't dependent on external circumstances. Ask yourself, what brings my life meaning? For some, it's nurturing relationships. For others, it's dedicating themselves to a cause or mastering a skill. Whatever it is, meaning requires effort, sacrifice, and often discomfort. But that's what makes it worthwhile. Consider Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor and author of Man's Search for Meaning. In the depths of unimaginable suffering, Frankl observed that those who survived were often the ones who found a purpose to hold on to, whether it was reuniting with loved ones, creating something significant, or simply maintaining their dignity. His experience echoed the Stoic belief that meaning sustains us through life's hardships, while the pursuit of happiness often crumbles under pressure. This doesn't mean you should reject happiness altogether. Instead, see it as a byproduct of a meaningful life rather than the ultimate goal. For example, raising a child can be exhausting and challenging, but it's one of the most meaningful experiences a person can have. The joy you feel from seeing that child grow and thrive is a deeper, more enduring kind of happiness than the fleeting pleasure of, say, buying a new gadget. When you prioritize meaning, you're less shaken by life's inevitable ups and downs. You understand that challenges are part of the journey, and you face them with resilience because they're tied to something greater than yourself. In the words of Seneca, it is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor. A meaningful life isn't about accumulating pleasure or avoiding discomfort. It's about aligning your actions with your values and embracing the sense of purpose that comes with it. So, instead of asking, "What makes me happy?" start asking, "What gives my life meaning?" You'll find that the pursuit of meaning leads to a richer, more fulfilling existence than happiness alone ever could. 3. Adaptability is key. Imagine a tree bending in the wind. The stronger the gusts, the more it sways, but it doesn't break. Why? Because it's flexible. That's what adaptability is, a strength that allows you to navigate life's uncertainties without crumbling under pressure. In a world where external security is never guaranteed, adaptability becomes your greatest asset. Think about the last time life threw you a curveball. Maybe you lost a job, a relationship ended, or a plan fell apart unexpectedly. In those moments, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, wishing for things to return to normal. But, as the Stoics taught, change is the only constant in life. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." What does that mean in practice? It means recognizing that external stability, a steady job, a comfortable routine, or even a relationship can disappear in an instant. No matter how carefully you plan, life will test your ability to adapt. The question is not whether change will happen, but how you will respond when it does. Adaptability begins with mindset. The Stoics practiced a technique called amor fati, or love of fate, which means embracing everything that happens as an opportunity. When a door closes, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Or, how can this challenge shape me into a stronger person? Viewing obstacles as opportunities turns adversity into a catalyst for growth. Practical adaptability also involves building diverse skills and resources. If your job were to vanish tomorrow, what would you do? Developing new skills, whether through formal education, online courses, or hands-on experiences, ensures you're not reliant on a single source of income or identity. Financial adaptability is just as important. Having a savings cushion or multiple income streams gives you flexibility when unexpected expenses arise. Equally critical is emotional adaptability. Life's changes are often accompanied by grief, frustration, or fear. Instead of resisting these emotions, acknowledge them without letting them control you. The Stoics emphasized controlling your inner world, knowing that resilience comes from within. Practicing mindfulness or journaling can help you process emotions and maintain clarity during turbulent times. Adapting doesn't mean abandoning who you are or what you value. Instead, it means finding new ways to stay true to yourself in changing circumstances. Just as water takes the shape of the vessel it's poured into, adaptability allows you to adjust to new situations while staying grounded in your core principles. In the end, the most adaptable people thrive not because they avoid change, but because they welcome it. They understand that external security, money, status, or stability is never permanent. Real security comes from your ability to face the unexpected with courage, creativity, and resourcefulness. So, the next time the winds of change blow your way, remember, the tree that bends doesn't break, it grows stronger. 4. Strategic career transitions. Career changes are one of life's biggest challenges. Whether it's switching industries, moving up the ladder, or pursuing an entirely new passion, the thought of starting over can feel daunting. But while the idea of change might be intimidating, staying stuck in a role that no longer serves you is far riskier. The key is to approach career transitions strategically, balancing ambition with responsibility. The Stoics often emphasize the importance of phronesis, or practical wisdom, which involves making well-considered decisions even in uncertain circumstances. A career change is not something to dive into impulsively. It requires careful planning, self-awareness, and a clear understanding of your long-term goals. Start by asking yourself, why do I want to make this change? Are you running away from something like burnout or a toxic work environment? Or are you running towards something like personal growth or a more meaningful career? Understanding your motivation is crucial because it shapes how you approach the transition. Once your intention is clear, take stock of your current situation. What skills, experiences, and connections do you already have that can support your transition? For example, if you're moving into a new industry, consider how your existing expertise can transfer. Networking is another critical step. Connecting with mentors, peers, or even strangers in your desired field can provide valuable insights and opportunities. But strategic planning isn't just about what you gain. It's also about minimizing risks. One of the biggest mistakes people make during career changes is neglecting their financial responsibilities. The Stoics valued preparation and self-discipline, and the same principles apply here. Create a financial cushion before making any drastic moves. Save enough to cover living expenses for several months, or start your transition as a side hustle before going all in. Communication is another vital component. If you're employed, be honest yet tactful with your employer about your intentions, especially if your transition affects your current responsibilities. Burning bridges rarely serves you in the long run. Instead, aim to leave your role on good terms, ensuring that your reputation remains intact. A Stoic approach to career transitions also involves detaching from outcomes. While planning is essential, you can't control every variable. Maybe the job you wanted falls through, or the new role isn't what you expected. Instead of panicking, ask yourself, what's within my control right now? This mindset allows you to remain flexible and open to alternative paths. Remember, career transitions are not just about external changes, they're about internal growth. Each step you take teaches you something about your strengths, values, and resilience. Even setbacks can be valuable teachers, shaping you into someone better equipped for future challenges. In the words of Epictetus, we cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. Approach your career transition with both courage and caution, and you'll find that the process itself can be as rewarding as the destination. 5. Set a vision for your life. Imagine standing on a mountaintop, looking out at a vast horizon. What do you see? This is your vision, a clear, inspiring picture of the life you want to live. Without a vision, life can feel like aimlessly wandering through a fog, reacting to circumstances rather than shaping them. Setting a vision for your life gives you direction, purpose, and the motivation to work strategically toward your goals. The Stoics often emphasized the importance of living intentionally. As Seneca wrote, "If one does not know to which port one is sailing, no wind is favorable." A clear vision acts as your guiding star, helping you navigate the chaos of life. It provides a sense of control in an unpredictable world, anchoring you to what truly matters. To create your vision, start by asking yourself some fundamental questions. What does success look like to you? What values do you want to embody? How do you want to impact the world around you? Write your answers down. Turn your abstract dreams into something tangible. This process not only clarifies your goals, but also makes them more actionable. Once your vision is defined, the next step is breaking it down into smaller, achievable goals. For instance, if your vision involves financial independence, your immediate goals might include paying off debt, building an emergency fund, or investing wisely. By dividing your vision into manageable steps, you create a roadmap that prevents overwhelm and keeps you focused. However, a vision isn't static. Life changes, and so do our priorities. It's essential to revisit your vision periodically, ensuring it aligns with who you are and where you're headed. Flexibility doesn't mean abandoning your goals. It means adapting them to new circumstances without losing sight of the bigger picture. One of the greatest benefits of having a vision is how it shapes your daily decisions. Every choice you make either moves you closer to your vision or pulls you further away. By keeping your vision front and center, you will naturally prioritize what matters most, whether it's dedicating time to your family, advancing in your career, or cultivating personal growth. Yet, having a vision isn't enough. You must also act on it. This is where strategy comes into play. Like a chess player, think several moves ahead, anticipating obstacles and planning solutions. The Stoics believed in premeditatio malorum, or premeditating adversity, to prepare for challenges in advance. Ask yourself, what could go wrong, and develop contingency plans to keep your vision on track. Finally, remember that progress, not perfection, is the goal. Your vision is a destination, but the journey toward it is where you'll find meaning and growth. Celebrate small victories along the way. They are the building blocks of your ultimate success. In life, as on the mountaintop, the view only becomes clear when you rise above distractions and set your sights on something greater. Create your vision, pursue it with purpose, and let it guide you toward the future you deserve. 6. Challenge is essential for growth. Picture yourself lifting weights at the gym. Each rep feels heavier than the last. Your muscles burn, and you wonder if you can keep going. But that struggle, the very resistance you face, is what makes you stronger. Life works the same way. Challenges, while uncomfortable, are the crucibles that forge resilience, strength, and character. The Stoics believed in actively seeking challenges to prepare for life's inevitable difficulties. Epictetus taught, difficulties are things that show a person what they are. Avoiding hardship may feel safer in the short term, but it robs you of the growth that comes from overcoming obstacles. Challenges can take many forms: a demanding job, a tough conversation, or even a personal goal that pushes you out of your comfort zone. While it's tempting to avoid discomfort, doing so limits your potential. Growth doesn't happen when you're coasting. It happens when you're stretching yourself beyond what feels easy. To embrace challenge, start by shifting your mindset. Instead of seeing difficulties as threats, view them as opportunities to grow stronger. For instance, if you face a problem at work, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can solving this issue make me more capable in the future? Reframing challenges in this way transforms fear into motivation. Preparation is another crucial element. The Stoics practiced voluntary discomfort, exposing themselves to minor hardships such as fasting or enduring the cold, to build mental and physical resilience. You don't need to take extreme measures, but adopting small habits that push you slightly outside your comfort zone can strengthen your ability to handle bigger challenges. Try waking up earlier, setting a higher standard for your fitness routine, or tackling a task you've been avoiding. Equally important is maintaining a long-term perspective. When faced with adversity, it's easy to focus solely on the immediate discomfort. But as Marcus Aurelius reminded us, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Every obstacle is a step toward becoming the person you're meant to be. That said, not all challenges are created equal. Some are worth your energy. Others are distractions. Strategic growth involves choosing battles that align with your goals and values. Don't waste time fighting unwinnable wars or pursuing challenges that drain you without offering meaningful rewards. Instead, focus on struggles that build your skills, resilience, and character. Finally, remember to celebrate your victories, no matter how small. Overcoming challenges is hard work, and acknowledging your progress reinforces your ability to tackle the next obstacle. Each challenge you face and overcome becomes part of your story, a testament to your strength and determination. Life will never be free of challenges, but that's not something to fear. Challenges are not roadblocks, they are stepping stones. By embracing them, you prepare yourself for the inevitable difficulties ahead, and in doing so, unlock your full potential. So, seek challenges, not to make life harder, but to make yourself stronger. 7. Maximize your potential. Life is a complex and often difficult journey, filled with tragedies and challenges that can test your resolve. From personal losses to systemic injustices, malevolence exists in many forms, and it's easy to feel overwhelmed by it. However, within this chaos lies an opportunity, a call to action to rise above circumstances, take responsibility for your growth, and maximize your potential. The Stoics, as well as many modern thinkers, emphasized the importance of focusing on what you can control. Marcus Aurelius wrote, You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. While the external world may throw hardships your way, your internal response determines whether you remain stagnant or grow stronger. Taking responsibility for your personal growth begins with acknowledging that no one is coming to save you. It's a harsh truth, but also an empowering one. When you accept that you are the architect of your life, you gain the ability to change your circumstances. This doesn't mean you can control every event, but you can always control your effort, mindset, and willingness to learn. Start by identifying your strengths and weaknesses. Self-awareness is the foundation of growth. Reflect on areas where you excel and areas where improvement is needed. Maybe you're great at generating ideas, but struggle with execution. Or perhaps you have strong interpersonal skills, but lack financial discipline. Whatever the case, take an honest inventory of yourself and commit to improvement. Once you've assessed where you are, set clear and meaningful goals for where you want to be. Goals should challenge you without overwhelming you, pushing you to expand your limits. Write them down and create a plan to achieve them, breaking them into smaller, actionable steps. Growth doesn't happen overnight. It's the result of consistent effort over time. Maximizing your potential also requires embracing discomfort. Growth is inherently uncomfortable because it involves stepping into the unknown, whether it's taking on a new responsibility at work, confronting a personal fear, or learning a difficult skill. Discomfort is a sign that you're moving forward. As Jordan Peterson often emphasizes, aim to be the kind of person who can handle the inherent tragedies and malevolence of life with strength and integrity. Moreover, seek out knowledge and wisdom to fuel your growth. Read books, listen to podcasts, and learn from mentors who have faced and overcome similar challenges. Surround yourself with people who inspire and challenge you to become better. Your environment plays a significant role in shaping your mindset and habits, so choose it wisely. Finally, take time to celebrate your progress. Maximizing your potential isn't about perfection, it's about consistent growth. Every step forward, no matter how small, is a victory. Reflect on your journey and acknowledge how far you've come. Life's tragedies and malevolence are inevitable, but they don't have to define you. By taking responsibility for your growth and striving to maximize your potential, you can rise above challenges and create a life of purpose, resilience, and fulfillment. 8. Discipline leads to achievement. Discipline isn't a glamorous concept, but it's the cornerstone of achievement. It's what separates those who merely dream from those who turn their dreams into reality. Without discipline, even the best intentions falter, and meaningful goals remain out of reach. Developing discipline and consistency is how you bridge the gap between where you are and where you want to be. At its core, discipline is about doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. As Aristotle famously said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Building discipline requires creating habits that align with your goals, so that progress becomes a natural part of your daily life. The first step to cultivating discipline is defining your why. What motivates you? Why does your goal matter to you? Whether it's improving your health, advancing your career, or building stronger relationships. Having a clear and compelling reason gives you the strength to push through challenges. Without a strong why, it's easy to lose focus when the initial excitement fades. Next, Set realistic but challenging goals. Break them into smaller milestones to create a sense of progress. For example, if your goal is to write a book, commit to writing a certain number of words each day. Small, consistent actions compound over time, leading to significant results. Remember, discipline isn't about perfection, it's about persistence. Building discipline also requires managing distractions. We live in an age where it's easy to be pulled in a million directions. Social media, emails, and endless notifications vie for our attention. To stay focused, create an environment that supports your goals. Set boundaries with your time, minimize distractions, and prioritize your most important tasks. Accountability is another powerful tool for developing discipline. Share your goals with someone you trust or join a community of like-minded individuals. Accountability partners can provide encouragement, keep you on track, and help you stay motivated when you're tempted to stray from your path. Perhaps the most challenging aspect of discipline is overcoming procrastination and self-doubt. It's natural to feel resistance when faced with difficult tasks, but the key is to act anyway. Author Stephen Pressfield calls this the resistance, the internal force that tries to prevent you from doing your work. Acknowledge it and then push through. Start small if you must, but start. Discipline also involves resilience in the face of setbacks. There will be days when you falter or lose motivation. When this happens, don't beat yourself up. Reflect on what went wrong, adjust your approach, and recommit to your goal. Discipline is a skill, and like any skill, it gets stronger with practice. Ultimately, discipline is about freedom, the freedom to achieve what you desire and live life on your terms. By cultivating discipline and consistency, you unlock your potential and create the foundation for meaningful success. The path may not always be easy, but the rewards are worth it. Keep showing up, stay committed, and watch as your efforts transform your dreams into reality. 9. Truth is the foundation of relationships. Imagine a bridge spanning a vast canyon. Each support beam of that bridge represents trust, built piece by piece through honesty and transparency. Now, imagine one of those beams is removed. What happens? The bridge wobbles, becoming vulnerable to collapse. Relationships function in much the same way. Truth is the foundational support that ensures their strength and resilience. Honesty may seem simple, but it's often the most challenging aspect of human connection. Many relationships falter, not because of monumental betrayals, but due to subtle, everyday dishonesty, white lies, withheld feelings, or misrepresented intentions. Over time, these small cracks weaken the foundation, making the relationship susceptible to collapse under pressure. To build authentic, lasting relationships, start by being honest with yourself. Self-deception is a barrier to genuine connection. If you're not truthful about your feelings, needs, or boundaries, you can't expect others to understand or support you. Take time to reflect on what you want from your relationships and commit to expressing it clearly. Honesty in relationships doesn't mean being harsh or inconsiderate. It's about communicating with kindness and empathy. When difficult conversations arise, focus on the issue rather than attacking the person. Use I statements, such as, "I feel hurt when," instead of, "you always." This approach fosters understanding rather than defensiveness, allowing both parties to address issues constructively. Truth becomes especially critical during crises. When challenges arise, whether it's financial stress, health issues, or conflicts, Relationships built on honesty are more likely to withstand the storm. Transparency allows both individuals to face the problem as a team, rather than battling mistrust alongside the external difficulty. Trust acts as a buffer, enabling resilience and problem-solving even in the darkest times. It's also essential to be truthful about your mistakes. Admitting when you're wrong takes courage, but it demonstrates integrity and respect for the other person. A heartfelt apology can heal wounds that dishonesty would only deepen. Similarly, forgive others when they admit their faults. Relationships are built by two imperfect people willing to grow together. Of course, honesty must be reciprocal. If you find yourself in a relationship where your openness is met with manipulation or deceit, it's time to reevaluate. Authentic connections require both parties to value truth and integrity. Without this mutual commitment, the relationship becomes imbalanced and unsustainable. In a world where facades are often celebrated, whether through social media or superficial interactions, choosing honesty is a radical act. It sets you apart, creating relationships grounded in authenticity and mutual respect. The truth might not always be easy, but it is always worth it. Build your connections on this foundation, and you'll find that they can weather any storm. 10. Hierarchies of competence are necessary. In every functioning society, hierarchies naturally emerge, whether in organizations, communities, or social groups. While the concept of hierarchy can evoke images of inequality or power imbalances, it's essential to recognize that well-structured hierarchies based on competence are not only necessary, but beneficial. They ensure functionality, reward excellence, and create pathways for growth and innovation. At its core, a hierarchy of competence places individuals in roles suited to their skills and abilities. Think of it like a sports team. The best players are chosen for positions where they can perform optimally, and the coach ensures that every team member contributes to the overall goal. Without this structure, chaos would ensue, and the team would fail to compete effectively. In professional settings, competence-based hierarchies allow organizations to function efficiently. A surgeon, for instance, must possess a higher level of skill and expertise than a medical student. This isn't about diminishing the student's value, it's about ensuring that critical tasks are handled by those most qualified to do so. When hierarchies are determined by merit rather than favoritism or arbitrary factors, they create a system that prioritizes excellence and fairness. However, hierarchies of competence do more than just ensure efficiency. They also motivate individuals to strive for improvement. Knowing that hard work and skill development can lead to advancement encourages people to push beyond their limits. This dynamic fosters innovation, creativity, and a culture of excellence. As psychologist Jordan Peterson has often emphasized, competence hierarchies are not tyrannical. They are an essential framework for societal progress. That said, hierarchies must be managed with care to prevent them from becoming stagnant or exploitative. When individuals at the top prioritize maintaining their position over fostering growth, the system breaks down. This is why competence-based hierarchies must remain dynamic, with opportunities for new talent to rise and for leaders to be held accountable. Personal growth also plays a role in navigating hierarchies. Whether you're climbing the corporate ladder or seeking to improve within a community, focus on developing your competence. Identify the skills and knowledge required to excel in your desired role and pursue them relentlessly. Excellence speaks for itself, and merit-based systems reward those who consistently demonstrate capability. At the same time, remember that competence is not limited to technical skills. It also includes emotional intelligence, communication, and the ability to collaborate effectively. These soft skills are often what set apart those who thrive within hierarchies from those who merely get by. Finally, recognize that hierarchies exist in every area of life, not just in professional or organizational settings. Whether it's the dynamics within a family, a sports team, or a volunteer group, understanding and respecting competence-based structures can lead to smoother interactions and greater collective success. Rather than viewing hierarchies as inherently oppressive, see them as opportunities for growth and contribution. When competence is the foundation, hierarchies create order, inspire excellence, and enable society to function at its best. Embrace this system by continually striving to improve, and you'll find yourself rising not just within the hierarchy, but also in your own sense of achievement and fulfillment. 11. Reward competence, not mediocrity. In every facet of life, from the workplace to personal endeavors, competence is what drives progress, innovation, and excellence. Yet there's a growing tendency in modern society to avoid distinguishing between high performance and mediocrity. While encouragement and inclusivity are important, failing to recognize and reward true competence ultimately stifles growth and undermines the value of hard work and dedication. Imagine a scenario where effort, not results, is consistently rewarded. While it's important to appreciate the intent behind actions, this approach often leaves no room for excellence to shine. It creates a culture of complacency where individuals are not motivated to go beyond the bare minimum. Competence, on the other hand, is about achieving mastery in a skill or task, going the extra mile to deliver results that matter. Rewarding such competence inspires not only the individual, but also those around them to strive for higher standards. In professional settings, the failure to prioritize competence leads to stagnation. Mediocrity in leadership positions can create a ripple effect of inefficiency, mismanagement, and disillusionment. When promotions and accolades are handed out based on favoritism, tenure, or a reluctance to upset the status quo, competent individuals often feel overlooked. This discourages them from pushing their limits and can lead to disengagement or even leaving the organization. Rewarding competence, however, fosters an environment of innovation and continuous improvement. It communicates that skill, effort, and results are valued, creating a culture where individuals feel motivated to excel. Employees are more likely to pursue professional development, take ownership of their work, and contribute meaningfully to the organization when they know their efforts will be recognized and rewarded. But rewarding competence isn't just about giving bonuses or promotions. It's about creating opportunities for growth. For instance, competent individuals should be entrusted with challenging projects, given leadership roles, or provided with resources to further enhance their skills. This investment in talent ensures that the organization remains competitive and forward-thinking. On a societal level, rewarding competence is equally important. Whether in education, community projects, or governance, recognizing and promoting the contributions of skilled individuals ensures that progress continues. This doesn't mean ignoring those who are still learning or developing their skills. It's about creating a meritocratic system where everyone is encouraged to improve, and those who excel are given the platform to make a difference. The philosophy of rewarding competence also applies to personal relationships and self-growth. Surround yourself with individuals who challenge and inspire you, not those who settle for mediocrity. Likewise, hold yourself to high standards. Strive for competence in your own life, whether it's in your career, hobbies, or personal goals. Celebrate your wins, but also recognize the effort and skill required to achieve them, and use that recognition to fuel further improvement. In a world that sometimes prioritizes participation over performance, rewarding competence is an act of resistance against mediocrity. It ensures that excellence remains a core value, driving both individual and collective success. By recognizing and promoting skilled individuals, we create a ripple effect of growth, innovation, and progress, both for ourselves and for society at large. 12. The value of trades and honest work. In a society often obsessed with prestige, academic degrees, and high-status careers, it's easy to overlook the immense value of trades and honest work. Yet, these professions form the backbone of every community, providing essential services that keep the world running smoothly. Recognizing and appreciating the dignity of trades and honest labor is not only a moral imperative, but also a reminder that all work, when done with integrity and purpose, has profound value. Trades, whether carpentry, plumbing, electrical work, or mechanics, require skill, dedication, and a deep understanding of one's craft. These professions are not merely fallback options, but vital careers that demand both technical expertise and problem-solving abilities. Without skilled tradespeople, society would grind to a halt. Imagine a world where no one could repair a broken pipe, construct a building, or fix an electrical grid. It's the labor of these individuals that enables modern life to function. Honest work, regardless of the field, also instills a sense of purpose and fulfillment. There's a unique satisfaction in knowing that your efforts contribute directly to the well-being of others. Whether it's a barista crafting the perfect cup of coffee, a farmer growing food for the community, or a technician restoring power after a storm, each act of labor creates tangible, meaningful impact. Unfortunately, trades and manual labor are often undervalued in favor of white-collar professions. This cultural bias not only diminishes the contributions of tradespeople, but also creates an unhealthy societal imbalance. As more people chase corporate careers, fewer enter essential fields, leading to skills shortages that harm entire communities. Valuing trades means recognizing their indispensable role and ensuring that these professions are respected and adequately compensated. Choosing a trade or engaging in honest work is not settling for less. It's choosing a path of purpose, skill, and contribution. In fact, many trades offer opportunities for entrepreneurship and financial independence. A skilled carpenter or electrician, for example, can build a thriving business, employing others and creating generational wealth. These careers also provide stability, as demand for essential services remains consistent even in uncertain economic times. The value of trades and honest work also lies in the life lessons they teach. Working with your hands fosters discipline, patience, and attention to detail. It instills pride in craftsmanship and a respect for the process of creation. These values extend beyond the workplace, shaping character and building resilience. From a Stoic perspective, every form of honest work holds dignity. The philosopher Epictetus, born a slave, emphasized the importance of fulfilling one's role with excellence, no matter how humble it may seem. Honest labor, done with intention and pride, contributes to the greater good and cultivates personal virtue. As a society, we must challenge the narrative that equates success with office jobs or academic credentials alone. Success is defined by purpose, contribution, and the impact of one's work. Whether you're repairing a roof, teaching a classroom, or managing a corporation, the value of your work lies in its honesty and the difference it makes. So, let us honor trades and honest work for what they truly are: pillars of society, sources of purpose, and expressions of human ingenuity. When we recognize their worth, we not only uplift the individuals in these professions, but also create a culture that values all forms of contribution equally. After all, every job well done builds the world we live in. 13. Fall forward. Failure is an inevitable part of life, but what defines us is how we respond to it. The idea of falling forward transforms the way we perceive failure, not as an end, but as a stepping stone to success. Every setback, misstep, or mistake can be used as a lesson that propels you closer to your goals if you approach it with the right mindset. Consider the story of Thomas Edison, who famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Each of those failures was a necessary step on the path to inventing the light bulb. Edison's resilience embodies the principle of falling forward, seeing each failure as a learning experience rather than a reason to give up. The problem is that failure often feels personal. It's easy to internalize mistakes, to see them as proof of inadequacy. This mindset, however, is what truly holds you back, not the failure itself. The most successful people in history have embraced failure as an opportunity for growth. J.K. Rowling was rejected by multiple publishers before Harry Potter became a worldwide phenomenon. Michael Jordan, often regarded as the greatest basketball player of all time, famously said, "I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career, and that is why I succeed." These individuals didn't avoid failure, they used it as fuel for improvement. Falling forward means shifting your perspective. Instead of fearing failure, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? What could I do differently next time? With every stumble, you gain knowledge and experience that prepare you for future challenges. Each failure becomes a lesson that refines your approach, sharpens your skills, and strengthens your resolve. Stoic philosophy provides a powerful framework for falling forward. Marcus Aurelius advised, "What stands in the way becomes the way." Obstacles, including failures, are not roadblocks, but opportunities to grow. The Stoics believed that external events are neutral. It's our interpretation of them that gives them meaning. By viewing failure as a teacher rather than an enemy, you free yourself from the paralyzing fear of making mistakes. But falling forward isn't just about resilience. It's about action. After a setback, the worst thing you can do is stay down. Pick yourself up, adjust your strategy, and take the next step. Progress doesn't require perfection. It requires persistence. Lastly, remember that failure is evidence of effort. If you're not failing occasionally, you're probably not pushing yourself hard enough. The greatest achievements often lie just beyond the point of failure. Falling forward ensures that every misstep brings you closer to success. So, the next time you face failure, don't let it define you. Let it teach you. Let it push you. And most importantly, let it propel you forward. 14. Dream big and set goals. Dreams are the spark that ignites ambition, but without actionable goals, they remain just that, dreams. To turn aspirations into achievements, you must pair them with a clear roadmap. Dreaming big is essential, but progress only happens when you break those dreams into manageable steps. Why is dreaming big important. Big dreams inspire you to stretch beyond your comfort zone, to imagine possibilities you might not have considered otherwise. They give you a vision to work toward and a reason to persevere through challenges. However, the danger lies in dreaming without direction. Without a plan, big dreams can feel overwhelming, leading to frustration and disappointment. This is where goal setting comes in. Goals act as the bridge between where you are now and where you want to be. They provide structure and accountability, breaking down lofty aspirations into achievable milestones. For example, if your dream is to write a book, your goals might include writing 500 words a day, completing a draft in 6 months, and finding a publisher within the year. Each step brings you closer to your ultimate vision, but not all goals are created equal. The most effective goals are SMART: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Instead of saying, "I want to be successful," specify what success looks like for you. Is it starting your own business? Earning a certain income? Reaching a specific level of expertise? The more clearly you define your goals, the easier it becomes to measure progress and stay motivated. Dreaming big also requires balancing ambition with realism. While it's important to aim high, setting goals that are completely unattainable can lead to burnout. The key is to find the sweet spot between challenging yourself and staying grounded. Remember, the journey matters as much as the destination. Celebrate small wins along the way. They're proof that you're moving in the right direction. Another critical element of dreaming big is adaptability. Life rarely goes according to plan, and rigid goals can sometimes do more harm than good. Be willing to adjust your approach without losing sight of your vision. If one path doesn't work, find another. Flexibility ensures that obstacles don't derail your progress, but instead redirect you toward new opportunities. Stoic philosophy aligns perfectly with this mindset. Epictetus advised, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." In other words, define your dream, commit to it, and take deliberate action to make it a reality. The Stoics also emphasized focusing on what you can control. You can't guarantee the outcome of your efforts, but you can control your dedication, discipline, and persistence. Ultimately, dreaming big and setting goals is about creating a life of purpose and progress. It's about turning your aspirations into tangible achievements, one step at a time. So, dare to dream boldly, but don't stop there. Take action, adapt as needed, and keep moving forward. Your dreams are worth the effort, and with the right goals, they're closer than you think. 15. Work hard and smart. In a world obsessed with productivity, there's a dangerous misconception that working harder is always the solution. While hard work is essential, working smart is what leads to real accomplishments. It's not about how many hours you put in, it's about what you achieve in those hours. Focusing on meaningful work rather than busy work is the key to creating lasting success. Busy work, or the act of doing tasks that feel productive but yield little value, is a trap many people fall into. Answering endless emails, attending unnecessary meetings, or obsessively organizing your workspace might feel like progress, but they often distract you from the work that truly matters. This creates the illusion of productivity while delaying actual results. Working smart requires clarity and intention. First, you must identify your goals. What is the most impactful work you can do to move closer to your objectives? Applying the 80-20 rule, also known as the Pareto principle, can help you focus on the tasks that deliver the greatest results. Often, 20% of your efforts produce 80% of your outcomes. The trick is to determine what that 20% is and prioritize it. Equally important is learning to say no. Not every opportunity or request deserves your time and energy. By focusing on your highest priorities, you can avoid spreading yourself too thin. This is not laziness, it's strategic. Successful people understand that their time is their most valuable resource and guard it fiercely. Hard work complements smart work when done right. Even the most strategic plan requires effort and discipline to execute. The Stoics emphasized the importance of perseverance. Marcus Aurelius advised, "If it's not right, do not do it. If it's not true, do not say it." This applies to work as well. Pour your effort into what is meaningful, not what's merely urgent or convenient. Technology is another powerful tool for working smart. Automation, delegation, and productivity apps can free up your time for tasks that require your unique skills and creativity. However, technology is only as effective as the person using it. Without focus and direction, even the best tools can lead to more distractions than solutions. Lastly, working hard and smart requires balance. Burning out by overworking isn't sustainable. Rest and recovery are essential for long-term success. Prioritize self-care and recharge your energy so that when you do work, you can give it your best. By working hard and smart, you align your actions with your goals and create a life of purpose and progress. You're no longer spinning your wheels in busy work. You're building something meaningful. 16. Live purposefully. In today's consumer-driven world, it's easy to confuse success with material possessions. Fancy cars, luxury homes, and the latest gadgets are often seen as markers of achievement. But true fulfillment doesn't come from accumulating things. It comes from living purposefully. It's about using your talents and contributions to make an impact on the world. Living purposefully starts with self-reflection. Ask yourself, what truly matters to me? What kind of legacy do I want to leave behind? Your purpose isn't about meeting societal expectations. It's about aligning your actions with your values. For some, this may mean creating art that inspires others. For others, it might involve mentoring, volunteering, or building a business that solves real problems. Purpose looks different for everyone, but it always comes down to making a meaningful difference. Focusing on purpose shifts your perspective on success. Instead of chasing fleeting pleasures or superficial recognition, you start pursuing long-term impact. This doesn't mean abandoning all material goals. Financial stability and comfort are important. But when you prioritize purpose, material possessions become tools, not the ultimate aim. Living purposefully also means being intentional with your time and energy. Every decision you make should reflect your priorities. For example, if your purpose is to improve education, spending time on activities that don't align with this goal becomes a distraction. By aligning your daily actions with your broader purpose, you create a life that feels cohesive and meaningful. The Stoics offer timeless wisdom for purposeful living. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Do every act of your life as though it were the last act of your life." This doesn't mean rushing or pressuring yourself. It means treating every moment as valuable. When you act with purpose, you make decisions that contribute to something greater than yourself. One of the greatest rewards of purposeful living is the sense of fulfillment it brings. When you know your efforts are making a difference, you feel more connected to the world around you. Your work becomes more than just a paycheck. It becomes a source of pride and joy. Even challenges feel worthwhile when they're tied to a meaningful goal. Living purposefully also protects you from the emptiness of comparison. Instead of measuring your worth by what others have or achieve, you focus on your unique path. This mindset fosters gratitude and contentment as you realize the value of your contributions. In the end, a purposeful life is not about what you acquire. It's about who you become and the impact you leave. So, invest in your talents, align your actions with your values, and make every moment count. Living purposefully transforms not just your own life, but also the lives of those you touch. 17. Help others. True joy and fulfillment come not from what you achieve for yourself, but from how you use your gifts to benefit others. The paradox of life is that in giving, we receive the most profound rewards. Helping others isn't just an act of kindness, it's a path to deeper meaning, connection, and purpose. Human beings are inherently social creatures. Throughout history, societies have thrived not because of individual effort alone, but because of collective support and collaboration. When you help someone, whether it's offering guidance, sharing resources, or simply being present, you strengthen the bonds that hold humanity together. You create ripples of positivity that can extend far beyond what you see. Helping others doesn't require grand gestures. It could be as simple as lending a listening ear to a friend in need or mentoring a colleague at work. These small actions may seem insignificant, but they have the power to change lives. To the person you help, your act of kindness could be the encouragement they need to move forward. The Stoics emphasized the importance of contributing to the greater good. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "What is not good for the hive is not good for the bee." This reminds us that our well-being is tied to the well-being of those around us. When we help others, we improve not just their lives, but also the quality of our own. In helping others, you also cultivate gratitude. Seeing the struggles and triumphs of others puts your own challenges into perspective. It reminds you of the blessings in your life and strengthens your resolve to overcome obstacles. Gratitude, in turn, enhances your mental and emotional well-being, creating a positive cycle of giving and receiving. Moreover, helping others allows you to discover and utilize your unique strengths. When you share your talents, knowledge, or resources, you reaffirm your own value and purpose. It's not about being a savior, it's about being a contributor. Every person has something to offer, and when you recognize your ability to make a difference, you unlock a deeper sense of self-worth. However, helping others should come from a place of genuine care, not from a desire for recognition or reward. True service is selfless, focusing on the needs of others rather than personal gain. Ironically, it is in this selflessness that the greatest fulfillment is found. Finally, helping others creates a legacy. Long after material possessions fade, the impact you've had on people's lives will endure. Whether it's through acts of kindness, mentorship, or creating opportunities, your contributions leave a mark that can inspire future generations. In the end, helping others enriches your life in ways nothing else can. It reminds you that the greatest success is not measured by what you achieve for yourself, but by how much you improve the world around you. So, use your gifts generously and find joy in making a difference. 18. Embrace detours in life. Life rarely goes according to plan. You set your goals, chart your course, and work hard, only to find yourself confronted with unexpected changes, failures, or detours. While it's natural to feel frustrated or defeated when life throws you off track, these moments often hold the seeds of new opportunities and personal growth. Embracing life's detours is not just a skill, it's a mindset that allows you to navigate challenges with grace and resilience. Detours can feel like setbacks, but they often serve as necessary redirections. Think about a time when something didn't go as planned. Perhaps you were passed over for a promotion, a relationship ended, or an opportunity you wanted slipped away. At the moment, it might have felt like failure, but in hindsight, those experiences likely led you to unexpected opportunities or lessons that shaped your journey. The Stoics understood the value of embracing uncertainty. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This philosophy teaches us that obstacles are not barriers to success. They are part of the path. When you encounter a detour, it's not the end of your journey. It's a chance to explore a new direction. Adapting to detours requires a shift in perspective. Instead of fixating on what you've lost, focus on what you can gain. Every challenge presents an opportunity to learn, grow, and discover new strengths. For example, losing a job might push you to explore a career you never considered, or a failed project might teach you skills that lead to future success. Detours force you to step out of your comfort zone and confront new possibilities. Embracing detours also cultivates resilience. Life is unpredictable, and the ability to adapt is essential for long-term success and happiness. When you learn to accept and navigate detours, you develop confidence in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. This resilience not only helps you overcome obstacles, but also allows you to approach life with greater curiosity and optimism. Moreover, detours often reveal what truly matters. Sometimes the goals we set are based on external expectations rather than our own desires. A detour can serve as a wake-up call, prompting you to reevaluate your priorities and align your actions with your values. Of course, embracing detours doesn't mean abandoning your goals. It means staying flexible and open to change while keeping your ultimate purpose in mind. Think of life as a journey with many possible routes. Even if one path is blocked, there are countless others that can lead you to your destination, or perhaps an even better one. In the grand scheme of life, detours are not failures, but opportunities in disguise. They challenge you to think creatively, adapt to new circumstances, and grow in ways you never imagined. By embracing detours, you transform obstacles into stepping stones and setbacks into comebacks. Remember, the journey is just as important as the destination. 19. Take responsibility for your journey. Life is not a random series of events. It is the sum of the choices you make and the actions you take. Taking responsibility for your journey means owning every aspect of your life, your successes, failures, opportunities, and missed chances. It's about recognizing that while external factors play a role, the ultimate value of your life lies in how you use your time, talents, and resources to create a meaningful legacy. It's easy to fall into the trap of blaming others or circumstances for where you are in life. Maybe you didn't get the education you wanted, or perhaps someone let you down at a critical moment. While these events may shape your path, they don't define your destiny. What truly matters is how you respond. You have the power to rewrite your story at any moment. The Stoics emphasized this idea of self-responsibility. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This philosophy reminds us that we cannot control everything that happens, but we can control our attitudes and actions. By taking responsibility, you empower yourself to make meaningful changes and steer your life in the direction you desire. Taking responsibility also involves maximizing your talents and resources. Each of us has unique abilities, and it's our duty to cultivate and use them for good, whether it's in your career, relationships, or community. The effort you put into developing your skills and sharing them with the world creates a ripple effect that extends far beyond yourself. This is how you build a legacy, through purposeful actions that leave a lasting impact. Moreover, responsibility means managing your time wisely. Time is the one resource we all share equally, yet how we use it differs greatly. Are you spending your time on activities that align with your goals and values? Or are you letting distractions and procrastination rob you of opportunities? By taking charge of your time, you ensure that every moment contributes to the bigger picture of your life's purpose. Of course, taking responsibility doesn't mean you have to carry every burden alone. It's about accepting accountability for your actions and seeking help or guidance when necessary. Collaboration and community are powerful tools, but they work best when everyone involved takes responsibility for their role. Ultimately, taking responsibility for your journey is about living intentionally. It's about creating a life that reflects your values, priorities, and aspirations. When you take ownership of your path, you shift from being a passive participant to an active creator of your destiny. This sense of purpose not only brings fulfillment, but also ensures that your life leaves a meaningful legacy for others to follow. 20. Assertiveness is essential. Assertiveness is not about being aggressive or domineering. It's about confidently standing up for yourself, expressing your needs, and setting boundaries to protect your well-being. In a world where exploitation often preys on passivity, assertiveness is an essential skill for maintaining self-respect and achieving your goals. Too often, people avoid assertiveness out of fear of conflict, rejection, or being perceived as difficult. However, staying silent or overly accommodating comes at a cost. It allows others to dictate your choices, leaving you feeling powerless and undervalued. Assertiveness, on the other hand, empowers you to take control of your life and interactions. Being assertive starts with knowing your worth. You have unique skills, talents, and experiences that deserve recognition. When you negotiate your salary, express your opinions, or advocate for yourself in a relationship, you affirm your value. This doesn't mean demanding more than you deserve. It means ensuring you're treated fairly and with respect. The Stoics understood the importance of asserting one's agency. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Assertiveness stems from this inner strength, the realization that you have a right to voice your needs and make decisions that align with your values. One key aspect of assertiveness is setting boundaries. Without clear boundaries, others may overstep or take advantage of your kindness. For example, if a colleague constantly offloads their work onto you, or a friend repeatedly disregards your time, it's crucial to address the issue directly. Politely but firmly communicate your limits, ensuring that your needs are respected without escalating the situation. Assertiveness is also essential in decision-making. Life often presents choices where standing firm is necessary. Whether negotiating a business deal or declining a request that doesn't serve your priorities, assertiveness allows you to make decisions confidently and without guilt. It's about saying yes when it matters and no when it's necessary. Cultivating assertiveness involves practice. Start by speaking up in low-stakes situations, sharing your opinion in a group discussion, or addressing a minor misunderstanding. Over time, this builds your confidence to handle more challenging scenarios. Remember, the goal isn't to dominate the conversation, but to ensure your perspective is heard and valued. Being assertive doesn't just benefit you, it also enhances your relationships. When you communicate your needs clearly and respectfully, you create an environment of mutual understanding. Others are more likely to respect your boundaries and feel comfortable expressing their own needs, leading to healthier and more balanced interactions. In the end, assertiveness is about valuing yourself enough to stand up for what you deserve. It's a skill that protects you from exploitation, fosters self-respect, and ensures you're an active participant in shaping your life. So, embrace your voice, set your boundaries, and navigate the world with confidence. 21. Balanced traits for growth. Personal growth isn't about perfection, it's about balance. Each of us has strengths and weaknesses, and the key to self-improvement lies in harmonizing these traits. Whether you're someone who's overly conscientious to the point of burnout or someone who struggles with disorganization, the path to growth begins with acknowledging these imbalances and actively working to address them. For example, if you are highly conscientious, your dedication and work ethic are admirable, but they might come at a cost. Overthinking, difficulty relaxing, and perfectionism can lead to stress and eventual burnout. To grow, you must learn to balance this conscientiousness with the ability to relax, delegate tasks, and accept that not everything needs to be perfect. Implementing relaxation techniques like mindfulness, setting boundaries on your workload, or even scheduling time to unwind can help you achieve a more sustainable balance. On the other hand, if you tend to be disorganized or overly laid back, this might hinder your ability to reach your goals. A lack of structure can lead to missed opportunities or the feeling of being perpetually overwhelmed. In this case, focusing on developing organizational skills can transform your productivity and self-esteem. Simple steps like creating to-do lists, setting daily priorities, or utilizing digital tools for time management can help bring order to the chaos and create a more fulfilling daily rhythm. The Stoics believed in the power of self-awareness as the first step toward growth. As Epictetus said, "Know first who you are, and then adorn yourself accordingly." Self-awareness allows you to identify traits that are holding you back and those that could be leveraged more effectively. It's not about diminishing your strengths, but about fortifying your weaker areas to become a more well-rounded individual. Balancing traits also fosters better relationships. For instance, if you're naturally assertive, you may need to temper this with empathy to ensure you're not perceived as overbearing. Similarly, if you're highly empathetic, learning to set boundaries can help you avoid being taken advantage of. Growth occurs when you can adapt to different situations, applying the right traits at the right time. This balancing act is a lifelong process. As you grow and encounter new challenges, you'll discover areas that need more attention. Being adaptable and willing to adjust your traits to meet these challenges ensures continuous growth. Recognize that perfection is not the goal. Progress is. Each step you take to balance your traits brings you closer to a more fulfilling and harmonious life. Balancing your traits isn't about becoming someone you're not. It's about refining who you are. By strengthening weaker areas while maintaining your natural strengths, you unlock greater potential for growth, resilience, and success. 22. Avoid victimhood. Life isn't always fair. Unexpected challenges, setbacks, and injustices can leave anyone feeling defeated. However, choosing to dwell in a victim mentality only compounds these difficulties. To live a fulfilled and empowered life, you must reject the victim mindset and take control of your narrative. Victimhood often arises from focusing on external circumstances that feel beyond your control, whether it's a difficult boss, an unfair situation, or a personal loss. It's easy to fall into the trap of blaming others or circumstances for your unhappiness. While these feelings are valid, remaining stuck in this mindset prevents growth and change. The first step in rejecting victimhood is accepting that, while you can't control everything, you can control your response. The Stoics championed this philosophy of self-empowerment. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Shifting your focus from what's been done to you to what you can do transforms obstacles into opportunities for growth. This doesn't mean ignoring hardships. It means refusing to let them define you. Taking responsibility for your life is a cornerstone of avoiding victimhood. Instead of waiting for circumstances to improve, look for ways to improve your own situation. If you're unhappy in your career, consider learning new skills or seeking out mentors to guide you toward better opportunities. If a relationship is draining you, evaluate what changes you can make, whether it's setting boundaries, seeking therapy, or if necessary, walking away. Growth often requires reframing your challenges. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" try asking, "What can I learn from this?" For example, a failed business venture might feel devastating, but it could also be a lesson in perseverance, adaptability, and financial planning. Every challenge holds the potential for growth, but only if you're willing to shift your perspective. It's also important to surround yourself with people who uplift and challenge you, rather than those who enable a victim mentality. Seek out mentors, friends, and communities that inspire resilience and accountability. Their support and example can help you see beyond your current struggles and encourage you to take proactive steps forward. Lastly, practice gratitude. Focusing on what you do have rather than what you lack shifts your mindset from scarcity to abundance. This simple but powerful practice can help you recognize opportunities for growth and the resources you already possess to overcome challenges. Rejecting victimhood is not about dismissing pain or pretending that life is always easy. It's about recognizing your own agency and embracing the power you have to create a better future. By taking control of your life, you transform adversity into a stepping stone for growth and open the door to a more empowered and fulfilling existence. 23. Utilize scheduling for structure. Life can often feel chaotic, with competing priorities and endless distractions pulling you in multiple directions. This is where the power of scheduling comes in. A well-structured routine is more than just a productivity tool. It's a roadmap for achieving your goals consistently and with purpose. Think of your day as a blank canvas. Without a plan, you risk wasting precious time, reacting to immediate demands instead of focusing on what truly matters. Scheduling ensures you don't merely drift through life, but instead actively steer it. Successful people across every field, from CEOs to athletes, rely on disciplined routines to channel their energy toward meaningful pursuits. A key benefit of scheduling is its ability to reduce decision fatigue. Each day, you make countless choices, and by the end, your mental energy is drained. A schedule removes the guesswork, For instance, knowing exactly when you'll work out, handle emails, or dedicate time to a creative project removes the mental clutter and allows you to focus entirely on the task at hand. Start by identifying your priorities. Use tools like time blocking to allocate specific hours for work, family, exercise, and relaxation. For example, if mornings are your most productive time, reserve them for deep-focused tasks that require creativity or problem-solving. Afternoons might be better suited for meetings or routine administrative work. Don't forget to include downtime. Burnout is often the result of overpacking your schedule without allowing room for rest and reflection. Stoic philosophy teaches the value of discipline in leading a meaningful life. As Marcus Aurelius noted, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." Scheduling aligns with this principle by ensuring that your time is spent deliberately, not squandered on trivial matters. Another advantage of scheduling is tracking progress. When you stick to a routine, you create measurable milestones, helping you assess whether you're on the right path. Whether it's daily journaling, exercise goals, or professional achievements, consistency builds momentum. Over time, these small wins compound into significant accomplishments. Don't view scheduling as rigid or constraining. Instead, think of it as a framework that creates freedom. When you have a plan, you can fully immerse yourself in the present moment, knowing that everything else is accounted for. The ability to say, "I've planned for this, and now I can focus," is liberating. Ultimately, your schedule should reflect your values and aspirations. It's not about filling every hour with busyness, but about crafting a life that feels purposeful and fulfilling. By taking control of your time, you take control of your life. 24. Recognize the cost of inaction. Inaction is one of the greatest thieves of potential, especially during youth when energy, ambition, and opportunity are at their peak. It's easy to convince yourself that there will always be more time to start that project, chase that dream, or make a difficult decision. However, the truth is that every day spent in inaction carries a hidden cost. When you let fear or procrastination hold you back, you're not just avoiding a task, you're losing the opportunity to grow, learn, and achieve. The time you spend hesitating could be used to develop skills, build relationships, or take the first steps toward a goal. As the Stoics taught, the most precious resource we have is time, and once it's gone, it cannot be recovered. Consider this. If you put off pursuing your goals for just 1 year, what opportunities might you miss? A chance encounter that could have changed your career, a skill that could have been mastered, a moment of inspiration that could have propelled you forward. Inaction often feels safe in the moment, but in the long run, it leads to regret. Recognizing the cost of inaction begins with understanding its root causes. Fear of failure, analysis paralysis, and perfectionism are common culprits. You might wait for the perfect time, but in reality, no time will ever be perfect. Progress, not perfection, is the goal. Start where you are, with what you have, and refine as you go. Youth, in particular, is a period of immense possibility. It's a time when risks can be taken with fewer consequences and when energy is abundant. Yet, many squander this phase, believing they'll always have the chance to make up for lost time later. The reality is that each stage of life comes with unique opportunities. What you can achieve in your 20s might not be as feasible in your 40s or 50s, not because it's impossible, but because responsibilities and circumstances change. To overcome inaction, Take small, deliberate steps. Break down your goals into manageable tasks and commit to completing them one at a time. Celebrate progress, no matter how small, as it builds momentum and confidence. Surround yourself with people who inspire action and hold you accountable. A supportive environment can make all the difference when battling inertia. The Stoics understood the urgency of taking action. As Seneca wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." This isn't a call to recklessly chase every fleeting desire, but rather to pursue your goals with intention and urgency. Recognize that every day is a gift and use it to move closer to the life you want to build. Inaction may feel comfortable in the short term, but its long-term consequences can be devastating. By taking responsibility for your time and choices, you can avoid the regret of a life half-lived. The cost of action is effort and risk, but the cost of inaction is far greater, a lifetime of missed opportunities. 25. Commit to long-term growth. Life is not a sprint, it's a marathon. The most successful and fulfilled individuals understand that growth is a continuous process, not a one-time event. Committing to long-term growth means dedicating yourself to improvement, no matter where you start or how daunting the journey might seem. Many people dream of achieving greatness, but fall into the trap of seeking quick fixes or shortcuts. True success, however, lies in persistence and dedication. It's the result of consistently showing up, putting in the work, and learning from each step along the way. This commitment requires patience, discipline, and a willingness to embrace setbacks as part of the process. Imagine planting a tree. You wouldn't expect it to bear fruit the next day. Instead, you water it, nurture it, and protect it from harsh conditions. Over time, the roots grow stronger and the tree begins to flourish. Personal growth works the same way. Every small action, whether it's reading a book, learning a new skill, or reflecting on your mistakes, adds to the foundation of your success. A commitment to growth starts with a clear vision of who you want to become. Identify your strengths and weaknesses and set realistic, measurable goals. Whether it's advancing in your career, improving relationships, or developing your health, each goal should align with your broader purpose. Write them down, track your progress, and adjust as necessary. Remember, growth isn't about perfection, it's about progress. The Stoics emphasized the value of continuous improvement. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be one." This teaching reminds us to focus on action rather than endless deliberation. Instead of dwelling on what could be, start taking the steps to make it a reality. One of the greatest challenges in committing to long-term growth is staying motivated. It's easy to feel discouraged when progress seems slow. This is where resilience comes into play. Develop the habit of celebrating small victories, as these milestones can reignite your drive. Surround yourself with people who inspire you and seek mentors who can guide you through challenges. Growth thrives in a supportive environment. Finally, remember that growth isn't just about achieving external success. It's about becoming the best version of yourself. It's about cultivating wisdom, empathy, and character. When you commit to lifelong learning and improvement, you not only transform your own life, but also positively impact those around you. In the end, growth isn't about reaching a destination. It's about embracing the journey. 26. Understand transformation through partnership. Partnerships, whether personal or professional, are among the most transformative aspects of life. At their best, They challenge us to grow, teach us empathy, and provide support during difficult times. However, truly impactful partnerships require a foundation of honesty, compromise, and mutual benefit. The concept of partnership goes beyond mere cooperation. It's about building a relationship where both parties feel valued and contribute to each other's growth. This applies to romantic relationships, friendships, and even workplace collaborations. The key is balance, giving as much as you receive while fostering trust and open communication. At the heart of any successful partnership lies honesty. Without it, misunderstandings and resentment can fester, ultimately leading to the breakdown of the relationship. Honesty doesn't just mean being truthful with others. It also means being honest with yourself. Recognize your strengths, weaknesses, and needs. When you enter a partnership with self-awareness, you're better equipped to communicate effectively and avoid unnecessary conflict. Compromise is another cornerstone of strong partnerships. No two people will ever see eye to eye on everything, and that's okay. The goal isn't to eliminate differences, but to navigate them respectfully. This requires active listening, empathy, and a willingness to prioritize the relationship over personal pride. Compromise isn't about giving up your values. It's about finding solutions that work for both parties. Partnerships also thrive on shared goals and values. When you and your partner are aligned in purpose, whether it's building a life together, achieving a professional milestone, or supporting each other's dreams, the bond becomes stronger. However, it's equally important to respect each other's individuality. A healthy partnership allows room for personal growth while fostering a sense of togetherness. The Stoics believed in the importance of community and interdependence. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "We are born for cooperation, like feet, like hands, like eyelids, like the rows of the upper and lower teeth." This wisdom reminds us that no one achieves greatness alone. True strength lies in our ability to work together and support one another. Transformation through partnership also means embracing the challenges that come with it. Disagreements, misunderstandings, and setbacks are inevitable, but they also offer opportunities for growth. Each challenge teaches you patience, resilience, and the importance of communication. The key is to approach these moments with an open heart and a commitment to finding solutions. In the end, partnerships are about creating something greater than the sum of their parts. When you invest in relationships built on honesty, compromise, and shared purpose, you unlock a powerful source of transformation, not just for yourself, but for the people around you. 27. Overcome avoidance and fear. Fear is a universal emotion, but it becomes a problem when it stops you from pursuing opportunities or confronting challenges. Avoidance may feel like a temporary relief, but over time, it erodes your confidence, narrows your options, and allows fear to take control of your life. The good news? Fear is not as powerful as it seems. By facing it directly, you can dismantle its hold and build resilience. Think of fear as a shadow. It grows larger and more intimidating the longer you avoid it. But when you turn to face it, you realize it's often smaller than you imagined. Whether it's a difficult conversation, a daunting project, or a major life decision, avoidance amplifies anxiety and prevents you from growing. The key to overcoming fear is to act, even when the outcome feels uncertain. Take small, deliberate steps toward what you fear. If public speaking terrifies you, start by practicing in front of a mirror, then in front of a trusted friend. Gradually expose yourself to the challenge until it feels manageable. Each small victory builds confidence, making the next step easier. This process, known as exposure therapy, is a proven method for reducing fear and anxiety. Another strategy is reframing fear as a sign of opportunity. Fear often arises when you're about to step outside your comfort zone, a necessary step for growth. Instead of viewing fear as a signal to retreat, see it as a sign that you're on the edge of transformation. This mindset shift can turn fear into motivation, pushing you to achieve things you once thought impossible. The Stoics offered profound advice on facing fear. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment." In other words, fear often comes from how we perceive challenges, not the challenges themselves. By changing your perspective, you can change your response. Avoidance may offer short-term relief, but the long-term consequences are far more costly. When you avoid a problem, it doesn't go away. It festers, often growing more complex and difficult to resolve. Facing fear head-on allows you to regain control and move forward with clarity and confidence. Ultimately, fear is a natural part of life, but it doesn't have to define you. By confronting challenges directly, you weaken fear's grip and strengthen your character. Every time you face what scares you, you prove to yourself that you're capable and resilient. Over time, this courage becomes second nature, enabling you to handle life's uncertainties with grace and determination. 28. Align actions with conscience. Your conscience is your internal compass, guiding you toward actions that align with your values and integrity. Ignoring this voice leads to regret and inner conflict, while living in harmony with your conscience brings peace and a sense of purpose. Aligning your actions with your inner guidance is one of the most powerful ways to build a life you can be proud of. We live in a world filled with external pressures, social norms, peer expectations, and the desire for approval. It's easy to make choices based on what others want or what seems easiest in the moment. However, these decisions often come at the expense of your integrity. When your actions conflict with your conscience, the result is an internal dissonance that erodes your self-respect and happiness. To align your actions with your conscience, start by developing self-awareness. Spend time reflecting on your values and priorities. What kind of person do you want to be? What legacy do you want to leave? When you have clarity about your core principles, decision-making becomes easier. You can weigh each choice against your values and ask yourself, will this make me proud? Will this bring me closer to the life I want to live? Listening to your conscience doesn't mean every decision will be easy. Often the right choice is the harder one. For example, standing up for what you believe might risk conflict or criticism, but it also demonstrates courage and authenticity. Over time, these choices strengthen your character and build trust with others. The Stoics emphasized the importance of aligning actions with virtue. As Epictetus stated, "No great thing is created suddenly, any more than a bunch of grapes or a fig. If you tell me you desire a fig, I answer you that there must be time. Let it first blossom, then bear fruit, then ripen." Living in accordance with your conscience requires patience and consistency, but the rewards are worth the effort. One practical way to stay aligned with your conscience is to pause before making decisions. In moments of uncertainty, take a deep breath and ask yourself, what feels right? What aligns with my values? This moment of reflection can prevent impulsive actions and ensure that your choices are intentional. Another tool is journaling. Writing down your thoughts and experiences helps clarify your values and evaluate whether your actions are consistent with them. Over time, this practice deepens your self-awareness and strengthens your resolve to live authentically. Aligning your actions with your conscience isn't always the easiest path, but it's the most rewarding. It fosters a sense of inner peace, knowing you're living a life true to your values. When your actions and conscience are in harmony, you not only build a meaningful life for yourself, but also inspire others to do the same. 29. Plan and negotiate. In both personal and professional realms, the ability to plan and negotiate effectively is a cornerstone of success. Life is filled with complex decisions, competing interests, and shifting circumstances, making these skills essential for navigating challenges and achieving goals. Planning is the foundation of effective action. It provides structure, clarity, and direction. Without a plan, even the most ambitious goals can feel overwhelming. To plan effectively, begin with the end in mind. What do you want to achieve? Break that goal into smaller, actionable steps. Assign timelines and prioritize tasks based on their importance and urgency. Tools like calendars, to-do lists, and project management apps can help keep you organized and on track. Good planning, however, isn't just about logistics. It's also about adaptability. No plan survives without adjustments. Life is unpredictable, and flexibility is key to staying on course. Review your progress regularly and be willing to revise your plan as circumstances change. This iterative process ensures that you remain focused while accommodating new information and opportunities. Negotiation, on the other hand, is the art of finding win-win solutions. It's about creating value, not just claiming it. Whether you're discussing a salary raise, resolving a conflict, or making a major purchase, negotiation skills are vital for securing favorable outcomes. The key to successful negotiation is preparation. Understand your needs, the other party's needs, and the context of the situation. Research thoroughly and enter discussions with clear objectives. Communication plays a central role in negotiation. Listen actively, ask open-ended questions, and seek to understand the other person's perspective. Building rapport and demonstrating empathy can turn contentious discussions into collaborative problem-solving sessions. At the same time, be assertive about your own needs. Know your non-negotiables and be prepared to walk away if necessary. Both planning and negotiation require patience and practice. They also demand a balance of confidence and humility. Confidence allows you to advocate for yourself and your goals, while humility helps you recognize when compromise is necessary. Over time, these skills can transform how you approach challenges, relationships, and opportunities. The Stoics remind us of the importance of preparation and adaptability. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. While you can't control every outcome, you can control your preparation and your response." This mindset is crucial for effective planning and negotiation. Ultimately, sharpening your skills in planning and negotiation equips you to handle life's complexities with grace and confidence. It empowers you to turn challenges into opportunities, align your actions with your goals, and build lasting success. 30. Appreciate the ripple effect of actions. Every action you take, no matter how small, has the potential to create a ripple effect, influencing others and shaping your environment in ways you may not immediately see. Understanding and appreciating this interconnectedness can inspire you to approach life with greater intentionality, kindness, and accountability. The ripple effect starts with simple actions. A smile to a stranger, a kind word to a colleague, or an extra effort to help a friend can brighten someone's day and inspire them to pass on the positivity. These small gestures often lead to larger impacts, creating a chain reaction of goodwill. Similarly, in professional settings, a well-executed project or a thoughtful contribution in a meeting can motivate others, enhance team morale, and open doors for future opportunities. Recognizing the power of your actions requires mindfulness. Take a moment to reflect on how your behavior affects those around you. Are you contributing to a positive atmosphere, or are you unintentionally creating tension? Awareness of your influence helps you make conscious choices that align with your values and aspirations. The ripple effect isn't limited to positive actions. Negative behaviors, such as rudeness, neglect, or dishonesty, can also spread, causing harm and eroding trust. This is why it's crucial to approach your interactions with care and consideration. When you choose to act with integrity and kindness, you set a standard for others to follow. One of the most profound aspects of the ripple effect is its ability to create lasting change. Small, consistent efforts can lead to significant results over time. For example, mentoring a younger colleague might seem like a minor commitment, but it can profoundly impact their career and inspire them to help others in turn. Similarly, adopting sustainable habits in your daily life can encourage others to do the same, contributing to larger environmental benefits. The Stoics understood the interconnectedness of human actions. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "What we do now echoes in eternity." This timeless wisdom highlights the lasting impact of our choices and encourages us to live with purpose and responsibility. Appreciating the ripple effect also cultivates gratitude. When you recognize how the positive actions of others have shaped your life, you're more likely to pay it forward. Gratitude deepens your connections with others and reinforces the cycle of positivity. Ultimately, the ripple effect reminds us that we are all part of a larger whole. Every action, no matter how small, contributes to the fabric of society. By acting with intention and kindness, you can create waves of change that extend far beyond what you can see, leaving a legacy of positivity and impact. 31. Develop complementary skills. To achieve true growth and unlock your potential, it's not enough to focus solely on your natural strengths. Developing complementary skills, the ones you may lack or overlook, can transform you into a more versatile and well-rounded individual. This approach not only expands your capabilities, but also opens up new opportunities in both your personal and professional life. Imagine a great chef who excels at creating exquisite dishes but struggles with time management or organization in the kitchen. While their talent is undeniable, their lack of complementary skills could prevent them from running a successful restaurant. Similarly, a skilled programmer might face challenges in advancing their career if they neglect soft skills like communication or teamwork. These examples illustrate that while strengths are important, complementary skills fill in the gaps that allow those strengths to truly shine. Start by identifying your weak spots. Take an honest inventory of the areas where you struggle or feel less confident. This might include interpersonal skills, technical expertise, or even emotional intelligence. Feedback from trusted colleagues, mentors, or friends can also provide valuable insights. Once you know what needs improvement, create a plan to address it. For instance, if public speaking isn't your forte, Consider joining a local Toastmasters club or taking a course on presentation skills. If financial management feels overwhelming, dedicate time to learning the basics of budgeting, investing, or analyzing financial data. The key is to view these challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities to grow. The process of building complementary skills requires discipline, but it also fosters resilience. By stepping out of your comfort zone, you challenge yourself to adapt and overcome. Moreover, the more skills you develop, the more confident and capable you become in handling diverse situations. This adaptability can make you indispensable in both your personal and professional circles. The Stoics championed self-improvement as a lifelong journey. Marcus Aurelius famously wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Developing complementary skills is an exercise in mental discipline and self-mastery, as it requires you to face weaknesses head-on and work tirelessly to overcome them. Ultimately, complementary skills enhance your primary talents and provide a holistic foundation for success. Whether it's learning to communicate better, improving your technical knowledge, or mastering time management, these efforts not only make you more capable, but also open doors to new possibilities. By investing in your growth across various domains, you prepare yourself to tackle challenges with confidence and build a more fulfilling, impactful life. 32. Take risks to grow. Growth doesn't happen in the comfort zone. To unlock your full potential, you must be willing to take risks, embrace uncertainty, and pursue opportunities that push you beyond your limits. While risk-taking can feel intimidating, it is often the gateway to meaningful change and personal transformation. The fear of failure is one of the biggest barriers to taking risks. It's natural to feel hesitant when the outcome is uncertain, but staying stagnant often poses a greater danger than moving forward. Imagine the entrepreneur who hesitates to launch their innovative idea out of fear of rejection, or the individual who avoids a career change despite dissatisfaction, clinging to the illusion of security. In both cases, the avoidance of risk comes at the cost of growth and fulfillment. Taking risks doesn't mean acting recklessly. It means being calculated, thoughtful, and intentional about your choices. Before you leap, assess the potential outcomes. What's the worst that could happen? What's the best? How likely is each scenario? By weighing the risks and rewards, you can make informed decisions that align with your goals and values. Once you've decided to take a risk, commit fully. Half-hearted efforts rarely yield meaningful results. Whether it's starting a new business, pursuing a passion project, or moving to a new city, give it your all. Even if the outcome isn't what you hoped for, the lessons you gain are invaluable. Failure, in many cases, is a stepping stone to success. It teaches resilience, resourcefulness, and the ability to adapt. The Stoic philosopher Seneca said, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult." This timeless wisdom highlights the importance of courage in the face of uncertainty. Life's greatest achievements often require taking bold steps into the unknown. Risk-taking also fosters creativity and innovation. When you challenge the status quo and explore uncharted territory, you open yourself to new ideas and perspectives. This mindset can lead to breakthroughs in your career, relationships, and personal development. As you take risks, remember to celebrate small victories along the way. Each step forward, no matter how small, is evidence of your courage and determination. Over time, these risks compound into meaningful progress and lasting change. In the end, the greatest risk is often not taking one at all. By embracing uncertainty and stepping out of your comfort zone, you open the door to growth, transformation, and a life of greater purpose. Take risks boldly and watch as they propel you toward the future you've always envisioned. 33. Life's challenges build character. Life is full of challenges, but these obstacles aren't roadblocks. They are stepping stones. Every setback, failure, or hardship presents an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. The way you approach life's challenges ultimately determines your character and shapes the person you become. Think about the last time you faced adversity. Perhaps it was a failed project, a broken relationship, or an unexpected loss. In the moment, these experiences can feel overwhelming and even unfair. But looking back, you may realize that these struggles taught you valuable lessons or revealed strengths you didn't know you had. This is the essence of growth through adversity, using tough moments as a forge to temper your character. The Stoics, such as Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus, believed that obstacles are essential for personal development. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This philosophy teaches us to reframe challenges as opportunities for self-discovery and growth, rather than viewing them as insurmountable problems. When faced with a challenge, the first step is to shift your mindset. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What can I learn from this?" This subtle change in perspective empowers you to take control of the situation. You are no longer a victim of circumstance, but an active participant in your own growth. Resilience is one of the most valuable traits developed through adversity. Each time you overcome a challenge, you build emotional and mental strength. This resilience not only prepares you for future obstacles, but also instills confidence in your ability to navigate life's uncertainties. Challenges also foster empathy and compassion. When you've endured hardship, you're more likely to understand and support others in their struggles. This deepens your relationships and makes you a source of encouragement for those around you. To maximize the growth potential of life's challenges, adopt a practice of reflection. After navigating a difficult situation, take time to assess what you've learned. What strategies worked? What would you do differently next time? This process of reflection solidifies the lessons gained and ensures that you carry them forward. Ultimately, challenges are what give life meaning. They test your values, reveal your character, and force you to confront your true self. While you can't always control what happens to you, you can control how you respond. By embracing challenges as opportunities for growth, you transform adversity into a powerful tool for self-improvement. 34. Be open to growth. Personal growth is a lifelong journey, and the key to staying on this path is openness. Openness to new ideas, new people, and new experiences. By embracing change and seeking out opportunities to expand your perspective, you allow yourself to evolve and thrive. It's easy to get stuck in routines, clinging to what's familiar and comfortable. However, this mindset can limit your potential and keep you from discovering new possibilities. Growth often requires stepping outside your comfort zone and exploring the unknown. Consider how being open to growth has transformed others. Entrepreneurs who embrace innovation find new ways to solve problems and create value. Artists who experiment with different mediums or techniques discover fresh avenues for expression. Even in everyday life, People who engage with diverse perspectives enrich their understanding of the world. One way to foster openness is to challenge your assumptions. We all hold beliefs that are shaped by our upbringing, culture, and past experiences. While these beliefs provide a sense of stability, they can also create blind spots. Ask yourself, what do I believe to be true, and why? Are there other perspectives I haven't considered? This process of self-inquiry allows you to break free from limiting mindsets and embrace new ways of thinking. Another avenue for growth is connecting with people who have different backgrounds, opinions, or life experiences. These interactions broaden your perspective and challenge you to see the world through a different lens. Whether it's through meaningful conversations, collaborative projects, or simply listening to someone's story, these connections spark personal development. New experiences also play a vital role in growth. Traveling to unfamiliar places, learning a new skill, or trying an activity you've never considered can reignite your curiosity and creativity. These experiences remind you that there is always more to learn and discover. The Stoics emphasized the importance of remaining flexible and adaptable. Epictetus said, "It is impossible to begin to learn that which one thinks one already knows." This timeless wisdom underscores the value of humility and a willingness to grow. To cultivate openness, adopt a mindset of curiosity. Approach life with the attitude of a learner, always eager to gain knowledge and insights. Be willing to admit when you're wrong and ready to embrace change when it leads to progress. Ultimately, being open to growth is about believing in your ability to transform. It's about recognizing that every new idea, person, or experience has the potential to shape you into a better version of yourself. By remaining open, you keep moving forward on the journey of personal development, unlocking new opportunities and creating a life rich with meaning and purpose. 35. Avoid toxic environments. Your environment has a profound impact on your mindset, productivity, and overall well-being. Toxic environments, whether in the form of negative workplaces, unsupportive relationships, or harmful habits, can drain your energy, hinder your growth, and cloud your potential. Learning to identify and steer clear of these environments is essential for cultivating a life of purpose and positivity. Toxic environments are like polluted air. You may not notice their full effect at first, but over time they take a toll on your mental and emotional health. A workplace filled with backstabbing co-workers, a friendship rooted in envy, or a personal routine that perpetuates self-doubt are all examples of toxic spaces that can undermine your well-being. The first step in avoiding toxicity is awareness. Take a closer look at the people, places, and habits in your life. Do they inspire and uplift you, or do they drain and discourage you? Recognizing the subtle signs of toxicity, such as constant negativity, lack of respect, or feelings of resentment, can help you pinpoint where change is needed. Once you've identified toxic influences, the next step is to create boundaries. Boundaries are your protective shield against negativity. They allow you to distance yourself from harmful situations while maintaining respect for yourself and others. For instance, you might limit contact with a toxic coworker, gracefully end a draining relationship, or replace destructive habits with healthier alternatives. The act of leaving toxic environments can be challenging, especially if they've been part of your life for a long time. Fear of change, guilt, or societal pressure can make it difficult to walk away. However, remember that prioritizing your well-being, isn't selfish, it's necessary. You can't thrive in a space that stifles your growth. Seek out environments that nurture and empower you. Surround yourself with people who genuinely care about your success and happiness. Look for workplaces that value collaboration and growth. Create personal spaces that bring you peace and motivation. Whether it's a quiet corner for reading or a supportive community group, these environments act as a foundation for your well-being. The Stoic philosophy emphasizes the importance of focusing on what you can control and letting go of what you cannot. You may not always be able to avoid negativity entirely, but you can choose how to respond to it. By staying grounded in your values and maintaining a clear vision for your life, you can rise above toxic influences and stay focused on what truly matters. Ultimately, avoiding toxic environments is about valuing yourself and your potential. When you choose to prioritize your well-being, you create space for positivity, growth, and fulfillment to flourish. By stepping away from negativity and embracing supportive environments, you build a life that reflects the best version of yourself. 36. Value gratitude. Gratitude is one of the simplest yet most transformative practices you can adopt. It shifts your focus from what's lacking to what you already have, fostering a sense of contentment and joy. In a world that often emphasizes ambition and constant striving, gratitude reminds us to pause and appreciate the blessings in our lives. Starting each day with gratitude sets a positive tone for the hours ahead. Before you dive into the busyness of life, take a moment to reflect on 3 things you're grateful for. These can be as simple as the warmth of your morning coffee, the support of a loved one, or the opportunity to chase your dreams. By actively acknowledging these blessings, you train your mind to focus on abundance rather than scarcity. Gratitude is a powerful antidote to negativity. It's easy to get caught up in complaints, comparisons, or regrets, but gratitude offers a way out. When you consciously practice thankfulness, you interrupt negative thought patterns and replace them with positive ones. This doesn't mean ignoring challenges or struggles, but rather choosing to see the good that coexists with the difficult. Research shows that gratitude has a host of psychological and physical benefits. People who practice gratitude regularly report higher levels of happiness, reduced stress, and even improved sleep. Gratitude strengthens relationships by fostering empathy and appreciation, making it easier to connect with others on a deeper level. Gratitude also aligns with Stoic principles. The Stoics taught that life is fleeting and that we should cherish what we have while we have it. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Do not indulge in dreams of having what you have not, but reckon up the chief of the blessings you do possess, and then thankfully remember how you would crave for them if they were not yours." This wisdom encourages us to recognize the value of the present moment and the gifts it holds. To deepen your gratitude practice, consider keeping a gratitude journal. Each evening, write down the moments, people, or experiences that brought you joy or made your day better. Over time, this practice creates a tangible record of positivity that you can revisit during tough times. It's important to note that gratitude isn't about denying difficulties or settling for less. It's about finding balance, acknowledging challenges while appreciating what's going well. Gratitude fuels resilience by reminding you that even in hardship, there are things worth celebrating. By cultivating gratitude, you not only enrich your own life, but also inspire those around you. Gratitude is contagious. When you express thankfulness, it encourages others to do the same. Together, these small acts of appreciation create a ripple effect that brightens the world. Start today. Take a deep breath. Look around and recognize the abundance in your life. Gratitude isn't just a feeling. It's a choice, a way of life that transforms how you see the world and your place in it. 37. Success requires grit. Success is not simply a matter of talent, intelligence, or luck. It requires grit. Grit, a combination of perseverance, courage, and discipline, is the driving force that pushes you through obstacles and keeps you moving forward, even when the road is tough. It's the ability to stay committed to long-term goals despite setbacks, failures, and challenges. Angela Duckworth, in her groundbreaking research on grit, found that this quality often matters more than raw talent when it comes to achieving success. Whether it's athletes training for championships, entrepreneurs building businesses, or students pursuing academic excellence, grit is the common thread among those who reach the pinnacle of their fields. It's the refusal to give up, no matter how difficult the journey becomes. Perseverance is the cornerstone of grit. Life is full of obstacles, and achieving meaningful goals often requires years of hard work and dedication. Perseverance means showing up every day, even when motivation wanes or progress seems slow. It's the understanding that consistency over time is what leads to extraordinary outcomes. As the saying goes, a river cuts through rock not because of its power, but because of its persistence. Courage is another vital element of grit. It takes courage to pursue ambitious goals, to take risks, and to face the fear of failure. Success rarely follows a straight path, and failures along the way are inevitable. However, those with grit view failures as learning opportunities rather than reasons to quit. They adapt, improve, and move forward with renewed determination. Discipline ties grit together. It's the ability to stick to your commitments and follow through on your plans, even when distractions or temptations arise. Discipline ensures that your actions align with your goals, keeping you focused on what truly matters. It's about prioritizing long-term success over short-term comfort. Developing grit requires mental toughness and a growth mindset. Embrace challenges as opportunities to grow stronger and smarter. Instead of avoiding difficulties, lean into them and recognize that the effort you invest today will pay off in the future. Celebrate small victories along the way to maintain your motivation and remind yourself of your progress. Grit is not only about achieving external success. It also builds inner strength and character. The process of persevering through difficulties shapes you into a more resilient, confident, and capable individual. It teaches you that you are stronger than you think and that your potential is far greater than you imagined. Ultimately, success requires grit because meaningful achievements don't come easily. The road to success is often long and challenging, but those who possess grit find a way to keep going. They understand that every setback is a step closer to their goals, and that true success is reserved for those who refuse to quit. 38. Understand the importance of education. Education is one of the most powerful tools for transforming yourself and contributing meaningfully to the world. It's not just about acquiring degrees or certifications. It's about lifelong learning, expanding your horizons, and gaining the skills and knowledge needed to navigate an ever-changing world. At its core, education is the foundation of personal and societal growth. It enables individuals to develop critical thinking skills, solve problems, and make informed decisions. In a rapidly evolving world, where technology and globalization are reshaping industries and cultures, staying educated is essential to remain relevant and adaptable. The benefits of education extend beyond career opportunities. It fosters a deeper understanding of the world, promotes empathy, and helps you connect with people from diverse backgrounds. When you educate yourself, you open the door to new perspectives and ideas, allowing you to grow intellectually and emotionally. Formal education plays a significant role in providing structure and foundational knowledge, but it's only the beginning. Lifelong learning is what truly separates those who thrive from those who stagnate. Whether it's reading books, taking online courses, attending workshops, or seeking mentorship, continuous education equips you with the tools to overcome challenges and seize opportunities. Education also empowers you to make a positive impact on the world. By gaining expertise in a specific field or developing innovative ideas, you can contribute to solving pressing problems and advancing society. From scientists working on medical breakthroughs to entrepreneurs creating jobs, educated individuals drive progress and innovation. However, education is not without effort. It requires dedication, curiosity, and a willingness to step outside your comfort zone. Learning something new can be intimidating, especially if it challenges your existing beliefs or skills. But the rewards far outweigh the initial discomfort. Each new piece of knowledge adds to your confidence, competence, and ability to contribute meaningfully. It's important to recognize that education isn't confined to traditional settings. Life itself is a classroom, and every experience, success or failure, offers valuable lessons. Cultivating a mindset of curiosity ensures that you remain open to learning from both formal and informal sources. In the words of Nelson Mandela, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. This statement highlights the transformative power of knowledge. An educated mind is not only equipped to achieve personal success, but also to inspire and uplift others. To harness the full potential of education, make it a priority in your life. Set aside time for learning. Seek out mentors who challenge you to grow, and remain curious about the world around you. By understanding and embracing the importance of education, you set yourself on a path of continuous improvement, fulfillment, and contribution to a better future. 39. Pursue efficiency. Efficiency is the key to achieving maximum results with minimum effort. In a world that demands more from us every day, streamlining your time and energy allows you to focus on what truly matters, avoid burnout, and make meaningful progress. Pursuing efficiency isn't about cutting corners. It's about working smarter, not harder, and aligning your efforts with your goals. One of the first steps to becoming more efficient is identifying where your time goes. Many people unknowingly spend hours on low-value tasks that contribute little to their long-term objectives. Social media scrolling, excessive meetings, or poorly planned projects can drain your energy and leave you feeling unproductive. Conduct a time audit to uncover these time thieves and redirect your efforts toward activities that yield the highest impact. The Pareto principle, also known as the 80-20 rule, is a valuable guide in pursuing efficiency. It states that 80% of results often come from 20% of efforts. By identifying and focusing on that 20%, you can achieve more with less. For example, in business, this might mean concentrating on your most profitable clients or projects. In personal development, it could involve dedicating time to high-impact habits like exercise, learning, or relationship building. Delegation and automation are also powerful tools for efficiency. You don't have to do everything yourself. Delegating tasks to others or automating repetitive processes frees up your time for more strategic work. Whether it's outsourcing administrative duties or using technology to simplify tasks, these strategies help you focus on areas where your unique skills are most valuable. Another crucial aspect of efficiency is the ability to say no. Overcommitting dilutes your focus and hampers your ability to perform at your best. Learn to set boundaries and prioritize commitments that align with your long-term goals. Efficiency thrives when your energy is directed toward activities that matter most. Maintaining focus is equally important. Multitasking often reduces productivity and leads to mistakes. Instead, practice deep work, a concept popularized by Cal Newport, by dedicating uninterrupted blocks of time to critical tasks. Turn off distractions, set clear goals, and immerse yourself fully in the task at hand. You'll accomplish more in a shorter time and with higher quality. While efficiency enhances productivity, it also creates space for what truly matters in life. By working smarter, you gain time for hobbies, family, and personal growth. Efficiency isn't just about doing more, it's about doing better, so you can live a balanced and fulfilling life. Pursuing efficiency requires a shift in mindset. View your time and energy as finite resources and treat them with care. By continuously refining your processes and focusing on high-impact activities, you can achieve remarkable results while preserving your well-being. Efficiency not only makes you more productive, but also frees you to pursue the life you truly desire. 40. Face fear to grow. Fear is a natural response to uncertainty, but it's also one of the greatest barriers to personal growth. When left unchecked, fear keeps you within the confines of your comfort zone, stifling progress and preventing you from reaching your full potential. However, when you confront fear head-on, it becomes a catalyst for growth, resilience, and transformation. Growth often requires stepping into the unknown, whether it's starting a new career, pursuing a challenging goal, or having difficult conversations. Fear of failure, rejection, or criticism can make these steps feel daunting, but avoiding them only perpetuates stagnation. As the Stoics taught, courage is not the absence of fear, but the mastery of it. Facing your fears empowers you to take control of your life. One way to begin tackling fear is to reframe it. Instead of seeing fear as a signal to retreat, view it as a sign that you're on the edge of growth. Fear often indicates that you're stepping into territory where you can learn, adapt, and become stronger. For example, giving a presentation or asking for a promotion might seem intimidating, but these actions build confidence and open doors to new opportunities. Start small by confronting manageable fears. Each victory, no matter how minor, builds momentum and strengthens your belief in your ability to handle challenges. For instance, if you're afraid of public speaking, begin by speaking up in small meetings or practicing with friends. Over time, your comfort zone expands, and what once felt terrifying becomes routine. Visualization is another powerful tool for overcoming fear. Picture yourself successfully navigating a challenging situation. This mental rehearsal conditions your brain to approach the situation with confidence. Athletes and performers often use visualization to prepare for high-pressure scenarios, and the same technique can work for any challenge in life. Fear thrives on avoidance, so action is its greatest antidote. Procrastination only amplifies anxiety, while taking even a single step forward diminishes fear's grip. Whether it's signing up for a course, starting a conversation, or taking on a new project, action disrupts fear's hold and builds resilience. Facing fear also deepens your self-awareness. It forces you to confront limiting beliefs and assumptions that may be holding you back. As you challenge these thoughts, you gain clarity about your strengths and capabilities, paving the way for greater confidence and self-mastery. Remember, every time you face fear, you grow stronger. Fear will never disappear entirely, but your ability to navigate it improves with practice. As Eleanor Roosevelt famously said, "Do one thing every day that scares you." Each act of courage, no matter how small, brings you closer to the life you're capable of living. By embracing fear as a partner in growth, you unlock your potential and discover a world of possibilities beyond your comfort zone.